Okay, it's Saturday, March 18th. We're trying to get some bee boxes painted up uniform colors because in a few days I'm going to be going down to Texas and working with some commercial beekeepers. They bring their bees from California and they take them to Texas after the almond bloom, and they leave them down there, and then they do their splits down there, and they've got several hundred hives that they bring in off of a semi-truck, and they unload them down there, and there's already blooms and a nectar flow going on down there. So they go down there and they split their hives, and usually take one hive and make 4 or 5 out of one. So it's pretty intense, and it takes a lot of help. So a lot of hobby beekeepers go down and help them for a few days, and instead of payment, I've been told that they will give you some splits for your time and effort going down there and helping them. So we're just trying to get these boxes all painted up, and so we can put our logo on them, so we can tell them from other people's boxes when they come back from Texas. We'll know which ones are ours, and be able to bring them home. I've got some old used boxes that I've never used. I bought from another beekeeper that had used them before, and so I've got different colors. I've got some pink ones, I've got some blue ones, some tan colored ones, and most of mine I've had usually paint them white. So I'm going to try to get them all painted the same color so we can put our logo painted on the box, so we can get all of ours back when we get done down there in Texas. So I'm just going to show you some of the colors that we had that we're trying to get them all painted all the same color. Okay, these are some that were, I think one wasn't painted at all. It's some boxes that I had bought in cypress hive bodies that I'd never painted, so we're getting a couple of coats of paints on those. Some of them were painted white. Some of them, the stack in the background there that's white, it had some artwork that my granddaughter had painted on them. About the first year we were in beekeeping, she painted a scenery on a couple of boxes, and so we're having to paint over that, and that's kind of sad, but we want them all looking good and looking uniform, and we want to get our name on them so they won't get lost in the shuffle. And here's some of the old boxes I had bought that were painted different colors, pink and light pink, and I'd already got a little bit of paint on them, but they had some writing in yellow on them, and just trying to get them all looking the same color. And this stack over here, I'm not sure if I'm going to paint them or not. If I have enough paint, I will, but they're kind of a neutral color, so if I have to, I can just paint our logo on them and go with that. But if we have enough paint, we'll go ahead and put a coat of white paint on them. So that's kind of what we're doing today. Just trying to get ready for a trip down to Texas, and hopefully come back with some more bees in a couple of weeks. It's just a follow-up video on showing you the finished product of getting our boxes painted, and we wanted to get some stenciling done on them so we could identify our hives and keep them, know which ones were ours, and when they get mixed up with other hives, that way we'll know which ones are ours and which ones aren't. DC and Kinsey took some stenciling that I picked up and put the S and the B together and kind of put it on at an angle, and I thought it turned out pretty nice. And it took us a little bit to figure out that we had to lay the boxes over on its side to get the paint to hit just right, but I think we got it whipped, and here's the finished product, and we still got a few more to go, but I think it turned out pretty nice. We put the lettering on all 4 sides, that way regardless of how the hive is setting, if you see the side of it, you'll know it's one of ours. And the SB stands for Super Bee. Our logo is Super Bee Honey Farms, and we may do a little more of a different logo with the Superman emblem behind the SB later, but this is kind of what we come up with for now, and I think it's going to turn out nice.